So this is the unit that we're doing in science.
Yep.
We're doing hibernation and migration. Today I'm meeting with my EAL specialist. We're going to sit down and have a chat about some strategies that we can implement in the classroom. Our science unit that we're focusing on is on hibernation and migration, and we're looking at incorporating some teaching strategies to better differentiate for all of our students.
So today I met with Miss Headley to discuss her science class. She has 2 EAL students with her, so she just wanted a little bit of help to make sure she is including an amount of differentiation.
We're going to be looking through the ACARA document and also looking at some strategies that we can incorporate. At the moment, we're currently using a word wall, and we're also using a lot of images. Throughout my unit, I've managed to incorporate some videos as well as using animals and plants from different countries that are represented in our classroom.
I'm guessing you're going to go for an inquiry learning sort of style with science.
The science inquiry approach is based upon observing, questioning, reasoning, making predictions, and so on. And this inquiry approach is embedded throughout my science unit. The students that are not yet confident in the academic language used in this unit will still be able to be involved in many other areas because of the science inquiry approach. So these are the lessons that we've got set out. And just to incorporate our EAL students.
A lot of EAL students are maybe not familiar with the academic style in which we have here, so having them feel comfortable in our classes academically rather than just language classes is important. So there's a term called BICS. It's the basic interpersonal communication skills. Basically means that students are orally efficient, meaning they can have a conversation in the schoolyard. Then there's the term called CALP. That's the cognitive academic language proficiency. That's the level we need to take them, which is the academic language side of skills. Another thing we can implement, obviously along with your word walls, your images, your videos, etc., is a thing called the developmental teaching cycle. The complicated words as such, hibernation, migration, and specific words like that, they may not understand. So what we're doing is we're incorporating a teaching strategy created from Cummins, and it's called the developmental teaching cycle. It starts with experiential, and that's activating the prior knowledge, for example, the KWL charts. It then goes on to literal, which is the comprehension of who, what, where, when, how. Then it goes on to the personal, the critical, the creative. So it's got 5 stages, but it's not necessarily always going to happen in that cycle of 5 stages.
I'm really excited to try and implement all stages of this strategy, especially the creative stage. In science, I believe there are so many opportunities for students to be creative and to explore what it means to put something into their own words.
So what we need to do is we want to make sure that we do always refer back to the ACARA, the EAL focus here. So I have printed off the Year 6 here for your science.
Yes.
And it discusses the teaching strategies you want to make sure that you're putting throughout your unit.
We also talked about the importance of using a science word wall rather than just word walls, because science is its own genre and it does include words that are used in everyday life but actually have different meanings when they're used in a scientific context.
To improve the academic language, it's important for students to attend content classes with their fellow students to progress them through that stage.
Meeting with Miss Terry today has shown me that there are many strategies that you can implement into all units across the curriculum that will scaffold and support your EALD students.